So, welcome back to the next session, and as I said last time, we were going to discuss all the 35 requirements in detail. Now, let us see one by one. Number one is work with business cases, seek opportunities and leverage the company data to create a business solution. So, I want a candidate who is able to create a business solution. Business solution is basically processing an order, delivering an order, making the payment, all these are your business processes. Number two, mine and analyze data from a company databases to drive optimization and improvement of product development and sales technique. So, you can see that you require a person who is good in optimizing the product requirement, product development and then sales technique. So, you have to have a very person who knows the supply chain management and the sales techniques too. Number three, assesses the effectiveness and accuracy of new data sourcing and data gathering. Number four, extending the company data with third party source of information whenever needed. So, you have to integrate your mode of payment with the third party, or your software should be able to club together with the third party software. Number five, use predictive modeling to increase revenue generation and aid targeting and other business outcome. So, naturally a company is looking for a revenue generation and company is looking for aid targeting, advertise more. Number six, analyze business cases and identify data sources, that is data sources are either internal or external, and data mining is analysis method to use. Number seven, develop a normalization engine to execute cleaning operation, deduplication operation for error data through the extraction, transformation and then load model, ETL model. That means you have to know a good data mining techniques too. Coming to the next slide, you can see that number 8 is create, train and test predictive models to solve a defined business processes. 9, develop algorithms to apply to data sets. Next, design data structure model for a collected data. Number 11 is very important, called as facilitate to build the solution from a proof of concept. So, I have a very good theoretical knowledge, but that knowledge has to be converted into practice. So, we call the word is equal to proof of concept to production. So, whatever knowledge I was having in the mind, it should go into the production style. Number 12, work with business owners to gather additional information about the business cases. Next, 13, work with data that generated by the core business. So, if my core business is a petroleum, naturally if I am looking for another business, so then my core business is able to generate my revenue or not, like a Reliance company or any other company whose core businesses are one and they have diversified into another businesses also. 14, be ready to work in agile style. So, your agile team or software engineering is very required, daily basis, sprint based planning, sprint preview and retrospective. So, you should be able to work with the cohesive team on a daily basis, on hourly basis and things like that. 15, work in an environment that adapts quickly to creative change and using agile principle. And 16, actively work with different development group inside the organization. So, point number 16 is very important in order to understand a working is a different development group. So, you have to have a good conducive behavior, you have to have a very good inter or organizational personal skill. So, this is what a requirement from this point number 16. Point number 17 tells me be ready to adopt a new technique or new tool or technology or a platform. So, now we have new tools available, Chat GPT and things like that. You should be able to use a new technology. We have so many new platforms which are available. Number 18, excellent understanding of machine learning algorithm like K nearest neighbor, support vector machine, decision tree, clustering, artificial neural network and so on and so forth. That means you should be expert in the machine learning algorithms. 19, strong understanding of mathematics or mathematic statistic, that is your distribution, statistical testing, regression and so on and so forth. So, you have to be very good on the statistics too, how the data is being distributed, what are the testing methods available like pi testing, chat testing and other thing, and then how do you use a regression model for a statistical understanding. Number 20, experience creating using a advanced machine learning algorithm and statistical methods such as regression, simulation, scenario analysis, modeling, clustering, decision tree. and neural network and so on and so forth. So, naturally, as I said, on point number 18, point number 20 is also incohesive with that. Then naturally you have to have a point number 21 tells that you have to have a good knowledge about the SQL. 22 says that experience working with the creating a data architecture, data model and data warehousing and data lake. So, this is related with your SQL. Ability to work with the minimal supervision. So, that means you are independent, you can take your own decision and you can minimum number of supervision you require. Strong data analytical skills. Creative and analytical thinker with a strong problem solving capability. Now, point number 25. There is order difference. Anyway, I hope there is some difference. Okay, no problem. Let us see. Point number next point is background at technologies as a professional, probably one of the more domain of the AWS, Azure security and AIML. So, we have everything available on the cloud. So, we should know about the AWS, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, their security issues and any security issues in the AIML related term. 28 a strong understanding of a consulting business. So, apart from your technical knowledge you have to have a business acumenship also in order to have a good data science project or data science as a candidate. Next point 29 a strong structural work method, multitasking and time management skill, self driven independent work ethics that drive the internal and external accountability. Next point is experience with common science tools like pandas, numpy, panda, Keras, SciPy, scikit-learn, TensorFlow and all those tools are which are available to us, we should be very good proficient in that. Next point experience using statistical computer languages like R, Python, SPPS or any other language to manipulate and draw insight from the large databases or large data set. Knowledge and experience using SQL, experience using Azure and experience with our C++ or sometime if you are doing a enterprise solution then you have to have a good knowledge about the C# language too. Okay. So, based on this description the candidate must know 4 to 5 programming languages at a level that allows a part of the proof of concept to be converted into a finished product and finished product should be a ready to system. More so machine learning and deep learning, ETL analysis and all those things is a must. The candidate should be able to learn a new technology, not present in the list. So, list is not exhaustive, but you should be able to know quickly adapt to the new technology and he should be self driven and independent. Now, looking at a broad 34 to 35 number of requirement, do you think that you have a ideal candidate available? A one man army, a one person who is doing a multiple and multitude number of tasks and that is what we call in English a unicorn, a person who has multitasking capability or ability. Such people exist. Answer may be yes, but they are extremely rare. So, you may find one person who is capable of doing all the things, but that thing is rare. That means you will not find such a person on a abundant basis, you will not find person easily available. So, does every company need people like this to complete the project and achieve the target? Answer is no. So, the answer is no. Instead of seeking the best fit for the good goal, they should seek for a best fit for all the possible goals. So, that is the underlying principle. So, answer is no. So, instead of seeking the best fit, so you can't select a best person, but seek a person who is fitting for all the possible goals. So, being general and all encompassing, this job search will be long, tiresome and stressful. After reading this long list of requirements, the candidate won't be able to figure out what the job would be like. Okay. All descriptions are vague, hard to understand. So, this description does not give a hint about what the job profile will be. So, the job description should be very clear, listing the following aspect: future responsibility of the candidate and requirement handling by the candidate. Okay. So, with this job description and way convoluted, testing and skill required surely will be require several interview process, which will make the process even more tiring. Adequate assessment of multiple candidate based on the list is close to impossible. So after a long search, the company will just hire someone randomly. So we started with random. Now the answer is very clear. I will have a person to be selected randomly. After that, the trouble won't end here. The greatest problem of this job is lack of direction. So now I think the process is very clear, because we are not heading toward any particular direction. So employer is not sure about the candidate functions and responsibilities. So this problem is deeper than it seems to be, and the job description is actually a symptom, not a illness itself. So you can see that in this session we are able to understand the dashboard requirement from the company, and where a candidate will fit, and where the vague requirements are being projected by the company. Thank you so much.